Can you get a mortgage if you have been on your job for less than 2 years? This is a question I get asked by many people who want to buy a home. Many times, buyers have heard that a lender will require at least 2 years of employment history in order to qualify for a mortgage. And yes, lenders do prefer that you have been on the same job for at least 2 years. But did you know this is not a strict requirement for everyone? Yep, it is true. Some lenders will qualify you without a complete 2 year job history. And the key is to find out what lenders will be willing to work with you in your situation. And so that is what we are going to talk about in today's video. Is it really necessary to have a 2 year job when getting approved for a home loan? Let's go. My name is Cherilyn Williams, and I am your local Chicagoland realtor, helping you build your dreams through real estate. And if you are looking for a realtor in the Chicagoland metro, I would be happy to assist you with buying or selling a home in Chicago. And even if you are not local to Chicago, I hope this video will provide you with the knowledge you need in order to fulfill your dreams of becoming a new homeowner. Now, most lenders do require 2 years of employment to buy a home. However, your 2 year job history is just one of the criteria that lenders and underwriters will look at when trying to qualify you. They will also look at your credit score, your debt to income ratio, and how much of a down payment you have will play an important role in qualifying as well. A career change or shorter job history can make it a little harder for you to qualify, but if the rest of your application looks great, like with your credit score and down payment amount, this does not have to be a complete obstacle for you and should be able to get you qualified. And this is what many people don't know. So if you just started a new job, maybe let's say a few months ago before you submitted your loan application, can you get a loan? And the answer is yes. You may be able to get a mortgage, but one of the main factors a lender will examine is the type of industry you work in. Lenders will accept a 2 year work history if consistent work in that same field, although it may not be the exact same job. For instance, if you were a vice principal of a school in one district and you transferred to be a vice principal in another district, the lender would accept this as a lateral move because you still are working in the same field but a different job. Now, this next example is not your most conventional way. Let's say you spent the last 4 years obtaining your degree in nursing, and during the summer months, you worked a couple of temporary jobs working in a nursing home. And then, upon graduation with your BSN in nursing, you get a full-time nursing position at a hospital. Your education itself might count as a 2 year job history to a lender. So this is totally awesome. And this can also work conversely. If you have a long history of working, but you jump jobs repeatedly over that long history, you may not qualify. For example, let's say you worked 10 years, which is long, but you spent 1 year as an accountant, then switched to being a bartender for a couple of years, and then to a fitness instructor. All these changes could be major red flag to a lender, and they may require a letter of explanation. So the key here is that your lender wants to see stability in your job history. Now, what are some things that you can do to improve your chances of approval with less than 2 years on the job? Number one, shop around for lenders. Not all mortgage lenders have the same requirements. Some lenders will accept you with less than 2 year job history and some won't. And I don't want you to feel discouraged if a lender says you are not ready right now to buy a home and you need to stay on your job a little longer. Often I find that with my clients that are told no at first, they do actually better and get approved for a higher priced home because waiting allows them to be in a better position when the time comes. While they are trying to increase their work history, they can be working on other things like improving their credit or saving more money for their down payment, which puts them in an even better situation to buy than they were initially. So do your due diligence to see if a lender will work with your unique situation. Also, your realtor is a great resource who can recommend some lenders that they already know and trust who could help you with your situation. Number two, build up your savings the best you can so you can look favorable in the eyes of your lender. A healthy savings account shows lenders that you are responsible with money and can budget accordingly. Also, a good savings account shows lenders that you have cushion to fall back on if your income happens to fluctuate. They can also see that you have money in your account for your down payment and closing costs, which will be quite impressive to your lender. Number 3, check your credit report and keep your credit score as high as possible by reducing your debt and paying things off on time. This is a great way to improve your chances of getting approved when you have less than 2 years of job history. Number 4, be ready to provide documentation to verify your income and employment stability, such as a job offer letter or employment contract. I say to have all these things ready before you decide to apply for a mortgage and you know that you may be questioned about not having a 2-year work history. It just makes it look like you are well prepared, organized, and you are a serious home buyer to a lender. Number 5, if you are still having difficulty getting approved for a loan on your own, consider having someone to co-sign with you if this person has a stable income and a good credit. Now, there are also some other workarounds to the 2-year job history that I want to share with you. Sometimes a lender will approve you on the strength of a job offer alone, especially for high earning positions like a doctor or a lawyer or an engineer. They already know in most cases that you will be able to afford your home when you have positions like these. Even if you are between jobs, a lender can approve you for a loan based on an offer letter from your soon-to-be new employer. Having at least one pay stub from your new job will be perfect for your lender. Sometimes alternative income will qualify you if you are self-employed, an entrepreneur, a contractor, or a gig worker. If you have strong compensating factors otherwise, like a great credit score and strong down payment, that can give you so much leverage to get approved, and I cannot stress that enough. If you like the information in this video, please consider to like, comment, share, and subscribe to my channel for weekly and consistent real estate content just for you. Now, when buying a home, there are 4 main types of loans which you can apply for. They are conventional, FHA, VA, and USDA. But for time's sake, I'm going to talk mainly about conventional and FHA approval when you have less than a 2-year work history. Conventional loans are the most favorable and popular loans. Conventional loans are great for the strong home buyer who has a great credit score and may have a higher down payment in some cases. Generally, with a conventional loan, a lender will want a home buyer to have at least 2 years of work history to qualify. However, less than 2 years may be acceptable if your buyer profile has other positive factors to compensate for the shorter income history. For instance, if you have a degree or certificate in the field you wish to now work, that education almost always counts as work history. New grads typically have no problem qualifying, which is awesome. Also, to get approved conventional, a great explanation letter of why you changed jobs is great as well. Now, keep in mind, conventional only applies to salaried full-time work. If you receive commissions, bonuses, they may not qualify for this because you have to be on the job for 2 years with commissions and bonuses. Now, let's segue into FHA rules. With FHA, they help buyers with lower credit scores to get better interest rates. The FHA is more lenient when it comes to work history. With FHA, the guidelines state that previous history in the current position is not needed. However, the lender must document 2 years of previous employment, schooling, or military service and explain any gaps of employment. If there's any evidence of employment gaps, you must be employed in your current job for 6 months and show a 2-year work history before the gap. The 2 main things that a FH lender is looking for is that you are qualified for your current position and that you are likely to remain in that position or a better one in the future. So with FHA, there is no need to worry if you have changed jobs frequently in the past 2 years. This is all right as long as each job was an advancement in your career. To really make yourself look good when applying for FHA, you can write a letter saying how this job benefited your situation, like getting more money or promotion with your new company. Just like conventional, an FHA loan will require a 2 years of documented overtime, bonuses, and other variable income history. I don't get this next question often. But question that comes up occasionally is that can you get a mortgage without a job? And I know that sounds pretty crazy and unbelievable, but I'm going to run through a few tricks you can try very quickly. If you are currently out of work but starting a new job very soon, it's possible to be approved based on an offer letter or verification of employment. If you are buying a house with your partner or a spouse, but you are unemployed, you may still qualify just with their income and credit alone. You may also qualify with an asset loan. This loan type assumes you'll make payments by selling or liquidating your assets over time. You have income from a long-term disability insurance policy or Social Security disability insurance, that could work. If you have alternative income like Social Security, annuity income, pension, or alimony payments, this can help you qualify as well. As a rule, your best bet is to talk with a few different lenders to understand your options and what you need to do to qualify for a home loan. Also, look for a mortgage broker that specializes in finding homes for unique buyers such as yourself. Thank you for watching.